guys, welcome back to my channel. This is another video I'm doing for Vlogmas. There are 12 days of Vlogmas. Popcorn in a pot. Way easier than you think it is. It has only a few ingredients. It's not like with the bag popcorn. It has a bunch of like crap you can't pronounce. So you can kind of control like calorie wise what you're putting into this, as well as you know what's in it. Also, you don't need a special machine like an air pop machine or nothing like that. You just need one of these pots, Dutch ovens, optional, a lid at least that you can cover it. I like a clear lid because I like to be able to see the popcorn popping, and you know, I kind of know if it's getting burnt or anything like that. So these measurements are for this size of pot. You can always half it or double it depending if you have like a much bigger or smaller pot. But this is what works for my family, and I don't like over make anything. So what you're gonna need is oil. I have olive oil that I use, and then of course your kernels, salt, which I won't pick up. I have some Himalayan pink salt right here. Also butter. So what we're going to do is take a cup of the kernels. So let me put my cup here. Okay. So I have a couple kernels. Let me go ahead and turn on the heat. On mine, I have it about medium high. Now I started doing this, when I first started doing this, I burnt my popcorn a lot, but I kind of figured out recently like I guess the sweet spot, the right way to do it. So I'm going to put, I'm going to need some more oil. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of oil in my pan. Now, of course, you can be heavy-handed with the oil and the butter if that's your preference. But I used to kind of overdo the 2 tablespoon rule that I figured out recently, and my popcorn was a little greasy. Like, it was good, but it was like movie style greasy, and that was just too much for me. So I'm going to kind of like coat the bottom of the pan. And then while that's heating up, I'm going to get 1 tablespoon of butter, and I like to use the Kerry's Gold butter because to me the quality just tastes so much better. I mean, it's butter, it's the real thing. I can feel that my butter's getting, or my oil's getting hot now, so I'm going to drop butter in there. So now I'm going to add my cup of kernels. And ow. I'm just going to kind of squish it because I want to evenly coat all the kernels with the butter and the oil. Let me just kind of like hit that to get it settled. So here's the thing that I learned when I was making my own popcorn is that you do have to babysit the pot. You can't walk away, because that's how I started like burning my popcorn. And just kind of do that from time to time. Maybe like every 20 to 30 seconds, shake it until you hear a lot of popping. And I'm going to show you something right now too that I figured out the other day. Because right now this is what I figured out. I'm building up the heat gradually to increase the heat and pressure that makes the kernels pop into the popcorn, right? So at the end, here's where I used to mess up. I would keep the heat still at this level, and I would let it still gradually pop the remaining kernels in the bottom. Well, for some reason, however science works, that's when I would start getting burnt kernels, is towards the end when I'm trying to get all the leftover bits that have not popped yet. So what we're gonna do towards the end is when it's about halfway popped through the Dutch oven, I'm going to put the flame on high, and I'm going to like shock the heat system, whatever's going on here, I'm going to shock it by raising the heat drastically, and that's going to pop the last remaining kernels in here quick, and then I'm going to turn the heat off, and I'm going to shake it and let it continue pop with its residual heat, and then it'll be ready to salt. And I did this the last couple times as an experiment, and it worked perfectly on both tries, and I pretty much had all the kernels popped and I had no burning. So this is why I want to share my method with you guys. So let me shake it again. Don't take off the lid. Don't do it, especially in this stage. You're going to bring the heat down in there, and then it's going to take longer for the heat to build back up to pop your kernel. So let me see, we're on 4 minutes already. Okay. It's getting frothy in there from the butter. There we go. Just gently. And this is a great, I don't know, recipe, but this is just a cool thing to do, like with your kids. My son loves to watch it pop. Like whenever it starts popping like this, I'm like, hey, come over here, come see what it's doing. And he just finds this fascinating. Like I said, it's a nice thing to do with your kids. Let me just give it a little gentle shake. Now I'm just going in. I'm giving you the time lapse of how, when I first started this video talking to now, we're at almost 7 minutes. Now it's starting to go. Let me shake it gently again. Okay, I feel we're almost at that half mark because I'm starting to see less and less of the center when it pops. I am at 7 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm going to turn my heat now to just the highest setting, and I'm going to just, like I said, I'm just going to like shock it in there, and I'm going to just put the heat really, really high. I'll tell you when 30 seconds have elapsed. All right, I'm gonna turn it off. Oh my goodness, I got a phone call. But it was at 7 minutes, about 30 seconds. I turned the heat up to the highest it goes, and I let it stay like that for 30 seconds. And then I turned off the heat. And like I said, it's just, I took a phone call, so you didn't see the part where it was still kind of popping after I turned off the heat. But now it's gone completely silent. So what I'm going to do now, yeah, and there's like, it's a cool trick I figured out to get those last kernels. Oh, I got a couple more that were popping. Yeah, I hardly have any unpopped kernels at the bottom. So then I'm going to take a tablespoon of salt. I didn't put all of it. Let me just kind of cover it. And then take it. And I made a mess. It's okay. It's okay. It's my house, not yours. I'll clean it. Ta-da! So yeah. Oh yeah. Salty. I do not have oily. As with my previous times doing this, how I was saying that it was like really oily. Like I don't have. Nope. But it tastes buttery. And not in a fake way, a real way, obviously, because we use real butter. So yeah, try this recipe at home. Do it with your kids. All right. Thanks, guys. Happy holidays. Have a good day. Bye.